And we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently, my internet decided to crap out on me, even though I'm using a wired connection. But we are back as Michael Whitman has taken the lead from Tegan Jones. So how about that, Michael Whitman? Apparently, he took my congratulations to heart, as that's basically what fired him up to take the lead, but it didn't last long as Tegan Jones takes the lead right back. Oh, they're almost 3 wide for the lead between Jones, Whitman, and Wessel. But now Michael Fox is wanting to get on the action. Now Kevin Hall wants to get on the action. Oh, but Michael Whitman just holds on to that lead. Yeah, what a battle that we've been seeing up at the front. And I think with my internet issues, I believe we'll only miss like 5 or 6 laps of the race, but apparently those laps were definitely not worth missing, as or definitely were, and yeah, were not worth missing, as we've seen plenty of battling at the front as Tegan Jones retakes the lead, while Michael Whitman trying to get him back on the high side. And it looks like that was the last lap of the stage. So Tegan Jones gets the stage win. Yeah, I totally forgot about the stage there. So yeah, so it looks like the stage results are Tegan Jones first, Michael Whitman second, David Wessel third, Ryan Parsons fourth, Cameron Morris fifth, Kevin Hall sixth, Jared Haw seventh, James Iaconelli eighth, Michael Fox ninth, and Joshua Harrison 10th. And of course, pit road is open, and everybody's coming in. So the 24 of James Iaconelli, again, he has that first pit stall. So we shall see if Tegan Jones will hold on to his lead coming off of pit road. And he does. Although they were a bit even between Whitman and Wessel, and it looked like Whitman got him. So yeah, they were just phasing in and out of each other as they were coming off of pit road. Alright, so as we get ready to start the final stage, the front row is the 2 drivers that have mercilessly been battling it out all season long. Tegan Jones in the 4, Michael Whitman in the 9. 2 races left in the regular season after tonight, and these two are fighting it out for that regular season championship. They already have multiple wins, so they are in the playoffs. But they just want a little bit more than that. And as we do start the final stage, it's time to crank it up.
It takes like a couple frames for it to actually update.
Damn. That was a good start.
I gave my killer a good.
I don't have no damage.
No damage.
I ain't get be damn. No. I didn't get.
No, you didn't. You're good.
Long race. It's not lap 1 yet.
I'm gonna let it.
Larson, I'm sorry for all the war criminal acts Denny Hamlin's done. So go ahead and get it over with. Get the pain over.
No, it does not matter what line I'm in. The other line goes by.
Careful,
Run. And well, I might have gone off the captain later than that.
Are we getting dicey?
Got on the wall.
Yeah. Stepping up.
See what happens in that truck will just carry you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was going 204 and it's on 1.
Oh, shit, Mike.
Oh, check up. Oh my god.
I like raised the wall at a 2, and it slowed me up just enough for I think caused that hold back up.
JC, that was good move.
Is your issue better from earlier today?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Remix.
Do anything different, or are you on the same everything?
So the thing that messed everything up last time was when I started doing the adjustments. So I just left it default.
You get that out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you doing? No, he did not.
So Tegan Jones has kept his lead, but now there's a new face up in second, and that is the 41 of David Wessel. He even tried pushing his teammate past the pack of cars. But that is all for naught, as the top 5 are single file and have broken away from the rest of the field. And another guy that's right on that cut line and looking to make some noise tonight is that 14 of Ryan Parsons. He is 9th in points. He's a little over 100 points above that cut line. But of course, he wants to guarantee himself a spot in the playoffs with a win tonight, becoming the 8th different winner of the 2024 season. And Stuart Haas is running 1st, 2nd, and 4th. Now we're looking at a little bit of a battle for 6th between Jared Haw, Michael Fox, and Joshua Harris as he's starting to get involved in this fight. And of course, everybody running all single file. It almost kind of looks like a race at Daytona or Talladega, with them running single file all the time. But of course, we aren't at Daytona or Talladega, we're at Michigan. And so the top 5 still broken away Then you have the battle for 6 between Jared Haw, Michael Fox, and Joshua Harris. And I believe Joshua Harris, he's on pit road. It's JC Tirado and Joshua Harris involved in an accident. The caution is out, or the caution will be out. So this will be the race back to the line. And Tegan Jones will win the race back. So something probably happened between the 12 and the 8. Hopefully I can go back and look at the mic stream, see if there's any audio from that.
Oh my god, that's a big wreck.
What, they're still fucking wrecking in the race?
Yeah, Hamlin had a
Holy
big
shit.
lead into turn 3. And
That's like everybody.
There's about 10 cars
Oh,
on the
blamey, I'm
back.
scared.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was running 30.
Okay,
So do we have a call?
corners, but the Jack's close y'all down.
Oh, come on.
Mike,
Fuck.
maybe I need you to pick. Maybe
Damn,
I need to
dude.
pick week now.
Well, that
Oh,
really
fucking
killed me.
wall. That's 2 cars.
Oh, we got a caution.
It's a caution.
What
there.
happened?
James and Boots.
So do we have a caution?
Yeah, I follow.
Oh, okay. I think I kind of got that all wrong. It was actually James Iconelli and JT Tirado that got involved in that. As Joshua Harris, I believe, had avoided them by coming down pit road. So, of course, pits are open, and everyone's in. So we shall see who wins the race off. Well, that's one way of doing that. Okay, everyone's back in their stalls. And it is Tegan Jones that wins the race off, and Wessel looked like he definitely got it that time. And he did. So Tegan Jones is still your leader, followed by David Wessel, Michael Whitman, and Ryan Parsons. So Stuart Haas taking 3 of the top 4 spots. And there may be a little bit of a disagreement between Wessel and Whitman. Everybody's doubled up, getting ready to go this time. So it's Jones, Wessel, Whitman, Parsons, green flag. Tegan Jones got a great restart. And there's David Wessel, right on his bumper once again. Yeah, but now look at Ryan Parsons. He's trying to make the move on Michael Fox for 3rd place. He wants to make this a Stuart Haas 1, 2, 3. And Parsons is still side by side with Fox. But it looks like Fox may have gotten the better run off of 2. Yeah, Fox got the better run off of 2, and Michael Whitman pushing him definitely helped that matter. So now put Michael Whitman back up to 3rd. He wants to go up there and retake the lead. Oh, we got one car on the wall. And it looks like it's the 88 of Jared Haw. And it looks like James Iconelli might have gotten involved in that as well, but since everyone kept it straight, we're still green. And now we got this battle for 6th. Michael Fox, Joshua Harris, and Cameron Morris. And Joshua Harris easily gets by Fox. So now it's the top 7 or top 8. All together, all single file. And Tegan Jones is at the head of the train. And it looks like we got some shuffling as Whitman tried to make a move on Wessel on the high side, but nobody wanted to go with him. And everybody stays put. Now, of course, I know we just had a caution and these guys pitted, but I do want to inform you of a particular challenge that these guys might end up facing as the run goes on. And that on the long runs, the car will have a tendency to get pretty loose off of turn 2. So it's kind of sort of like turns 2 and 4 at Martinsville last week, where it's very easy to spin your car out coming off of those corners on the long run. But here at Michigan, it only applies to turn 2. So that's one thing these guys are definitely going to try to look after. Yeah, but it is Jones, Wessel, and Whitman still your top 3. But 3rd position might change here, as Parsons had a run coming off of turn 2 on the high side, but he made the decision to stay behind Michael Whitman in 3rd. And it looked like Jared Haw in the grass. So it's all starting to fall apart a little bit for the 88. So something must be wrong with his car if he's fallen way far back. So with Jared Haw all the way in the back, and James Iconelli completely losing the draft, that means that Michael Whitman is flying the Hendrick flag, especially with Bradley Domer Jr. not being able to race tonight. But Whitman's trying. He's trying to make that move. But it looks like Wessel's trying to dive it in there to take the lead. So it is the top 8, all running single file. And Kevin Hall trying to make a pass on Harris. But he thought better of it. So with James Iaconelli completely losing the draft, Jared Hall falling way far behind after hitting the turn 2 wall. And JC Torado out of the race with internet issues. This is pretty much your whole field, the top 8. Oh, but here comes Michael Whitman. Contact between Harris and Hall. Parsons is around. And Fox may have gotten a piece of that as well. And I believe the caution will be out. So this will be the race back to the line once again. And the caution is out once again. Our third caution tonight. Well, third one for an on-track incident, anyway. 4 overall, if you count the stage break. So let's see if we can get the audio.
Inside line behind him, except for me and the 2 car.
Oh my God, I got loose.
That's Yep, that's a yellow.
Caution.
Is it?
Oh my
God, I
barely avoided
I saw 2 spinning in front of me, really.
Yeah. God damn it.
That was the first snappers.
Yeah,
I would love
There you
to
go,
go
JB.
home
Don't leave yet,
because-
JB. Don't leave
Because,
yet.
you know, fastest car is going to show up if we ever actually have pit stops.
Yeah, so as I was alluding to earlier about the cars getting loose off of 2 on the longer runs, that's exactly what happened to Joshua Harris. He just got loose off of turn 2. He made contact with Kevin Hall. And Harris got back up onto the track. And Ryan Parsons had nowhere to go. And so with this caution, that brings James Iaconelli and Jared Haw back into the mix. And that's definitely a caution that they definitely wanted to see. As David Wessel wins the race off of pit road. Kevin Hall second, Michael Whitman third. Tegan Jones losing 3 spots on his stop. So a slow stop from Tegan Jones. And he's fallen back to 4th. So now, it's David Wessel and Kevin Hall on the front row. Followed by Michael Whitman and Tegan Jones in row 2. Cameron Morris and James Iaconelli in row 3. Joshua Harris and Michael Fox in row 4. And then Jared Haw and Ryan Parsons in row 5. And when they take the green flag, we will officially cross the halfway mark. The green flag's out. We're back underway at Michigan. It's a bit of an even jump at the front. They're side by side for lead. Kevin Hall's looking to make his mark. They're 3 wide for second. And they are all under a blanket right now. As Kevin Hall. Oh, but he's under attack from Michael Whitman, though. So yeah, Kevin Hall will lead at Michigan. So how about Kevin Hall getting up there leading some laps? He wants to lock himself into the playoffs with a win. But David Wessel breathing down his neck. And then everybody's just jostling around out there. And then Kevin Hall sitting in the lead. He's hoping that, you know, these guys keep battling the way that they're doing. So that way he can just pull away. And it looks like David Wessel's hoping for the same thing, as he was able to break away from the pack. Meanwhile, it is Michael Whitman and Tegan Jones in the battle for third. And everybody has gotten single file again. So Kevin Hall was able to stand his ground on the restart and get a great jump, matching David Wessel. But of course, he had the preferred lane on the inside, and that's how he was able to take the lead. But now the question becomes, how long can he hold it? Especially since he has 4 really fast cars behind him. Takes a bit of a higher line in turn 3 and 4. Now, but he's still holding on. But now Tegan's making a move for second. And now Wessel's making a move for the lead on the outside. Yeah, the Hall comes up and blocks the line. So he can keep his spot. Oh, but now they're starting to shuffle again. Tegan Jones making a move on Wessel for second. And he has help from Cameron Morrison, the 2. A little contact between the 4 and the 41. So put Tegan Jones up to second. And Cameron Morris is now up to third. And so Kevin Hall still out front. But here comes Tegan Jones on the inside. He's right there. He's on the quarter panel. Side by side for lead. I think Tegan's going to get him here. And he will. And Tegan Jones got a great run off of turn 2. But Kevin Hall's not done with him yet, though. But he's still in that draft. Yeah, but now Michael Whitman's making a move on him for second. But now Cameron Morris is trying to pass him for third. And he will. What a move by the two of Cameron Morris. And everybody just ducks down to that apron on the front stretch, trying to break that draft. Yeah, but here comes Whitman trying to take third back. Side by side for third. And Whitman will take third back. Over there, 3 wide for fourth. And Whitman has to block 3 lanes all at once. And he will hang on to third. And all the while, the 4 and the 37 have broken away. But that gap will start to shrink, though. Now everybody's all bunched up, running single file once again. As we now have 39 laps to go. We still have plenty of time. Or they still have plenty of time to make some moves. But they do have to keep an eye on that lap counter, though, because it is only going to get smaller and smaller. We saw David Wessel try to make the power move for third. That's going to cost him. A little bit of a stack up back there. But everyone keeps it straight. Meanwhile, it is Tegan Jones and Kevin Hall still running 1-2. And Hall trying to take that lead back. So the 2-car battle for the lead might end up becoming a 3-car battle for the lead in a little bit, as Michael Whitman's starting to get a little closer. Yeah, he's trying to get there. Trying to use that draft as best he can. Oh, he's there now. But of course, with everybody hugging the bottom, there's not really any room to make a pass. So he's probably hoping that one or both of them either leave the door open or they make a mistake. And Whitman right on that back bumper of Kevin Hall. Trying to use that that Chevy Alliance. Especially since Whitman's teammates are a little bit toward the back of the pack. he'll be willing to work with anybody running a bow tie. Because anybody else is just a war criminal. We got the 4 still leading. The top 3 have broken away. And everybody from 4th on back is running single file. It looks like Kevin Hall might have shuffled Tegan Jones a little bit. Jones leaves the door open. Hall's got to run. But he's just not fast enough. Or he just didn't have enough momentum. But he might try it again here as we come down to the front stretch. As we now have 32 laps to go. Yeah, and we're now getting to the point of the run where these guys are going to have to start thinking about coming down pit road. Get some fresh fuel and tires. Or should I say fresh tires and fuel. And if Michael Whitman's stream is anything to go by, then that means these guys have about 2 laps worth of fuel as of right now. And the tires are really starting to wear down. Roughly average about 35 on the left and roughly 30 on the right. Or 35 on the right front, 30 on the right rear. I apparently cannot talk tonight. And Kevin Hall goes way up high. And he comes down to the pits, or he thought about it, and he comes back onto the track. And he smacks into, I believe that's Ryan Parsons. Or no, that's Cameron Morris. Sorry. So, a disastrous pit entry for the 37 of Kevin Hall. It looked like he thought about coming in, went back onto the track, and he smacked Cameron Morris, and it just ended up forcing him on pit road anyway. And now we got everybody coming on to pit road. Tegan Jones, Michael Whitman, Joshua Harris, David Wessel, Ryan Parsons, Jared Haw, Cameron Morris. So the only one out on track right now is the 42 of Michael Fox. Of course, he's able to stretch his fuel just a little bit more, but I believe he's going to be coming in this time. And he is. And all the leaders are coming off. And look at Joshua Harris coming up behind Tegan Jones. And he is running in what is effectively second place out on track. So a pretty gutsy call from Joshua Harris's crew. And I did say either Cameron Morris or Joshua Harris will try anything desperate to try and get the win. And so yes, Tegan Jones has retaken the lead, followed by Joshua Harris. and Michael Whitman and Ryan Parsons and David Wessel. And that is your top 5. And there's Kevin Hall running back there, and let's see. Running back in 10th. It looked like he had the car to get the win, or at the very least the top 5. But a huge mistake coming onto pit road is definitely going to cost him that. Unless he has something up his sleeve for late in the race. But we shall see about that when we get there. But as of right now, Tegan Jones again out in front. And Joshua Harris trying to get his first win since Talladega in the spring of 2023, so last year. And he broke a 1.5 winless drought to get that win. But of course now he wants to get a win here and lock himself in. But now Tegan Jones is really starting to pull away. And the 9 of Michael Whitman, along with David Wessel and Ryan Parsons, are catching up to that second place Penske driver. Well, he is in there. Well, they are in his draft. So I don't know if they're going to work together or make a move on him, and I believe they are going to make a move on him. So put Michael Whitman up into second place. Well, Parsons got into the wall a little bit. And Tegan Jones really pulled away all by himself. That just goes to show you how fast his cars are week in and week out. And of course, Tegan Jones trying to get win number 99 all time in the CFRL. And he'll be one step closer to entering triple digits with win number 100. He has a very good chance of getting it this season. So, I mean, it is Tegan Jones. He's one of the fastest guys out there, no matter where we run at. So if there's anybody that can get to 100 all-time wins in the CFRL, it's him. And the gap is a little less than a second, 9/10 of a second between Jones and Whitman. Here's the battle for 9th. Kevin Hall easily gets around James Iaconelli. And Joshua Harris is running in 4th. He's going to have a good points day, but of course, he is in a must-win scenario. As is his teammate, the 2 of Cameron Morris. Joshua Harris's situation is a little bit more dire. And now we got a 4-car train trying to catch back up to Tegan Jones. And it looks like the train is working. Because Whitman's there now. As we now have 19 laps to go, these guys still have to make one more stop. And I'm sure that when they catch up to Tegan, they're going to be perfectly content with riding behind him. Or at least until we get to the later stages of the race, when everybody will start making aggressive moves. And now Whitman has broken away from the train, and he's right there on the back of Tegan Jones. But of course, not quite on his bumper, but he is there. Now the other 3 cars are catching back up. So it is the top 5 breakaway at the front of the field. It's Tegan Jones, Michael Whitman, David Wessel, Joshua Harris, and Ryan Parsons, your top 5. And look at Harris diving down below the apron. He's trying to gain a spot on David Wessel. Now we got a battle for the lead. Michael Whitman on the inside of Tegan Jones. He got his nose in there. Oh, contact, or Whitman got loose. Now Wessel's up to second. And now Harris is up to third. But I'm going to look at what happened here. Oh, it was Tegan Jones that got loose off of 2. And he hit the side of Michael Whitman. So now Tegan Jones starting to feel the effects of the long run as he gets loose off of turn 2. As they're going to be coming to the line with 14 laps to go. So I would say, yeah, we are getting into the later stages of the race, but I would say that the time to make a move is not now. I would definitely say, with a little less than 10 laps to go, then you can start being aggressive. But of course, I believe these guys do still have one more pit stop to make. And then Wessel right there on his back bumper. And he has help from another Ford of Joshua Harris. Yeah, these guys do have about one more pit stop to make, as I did see Michael Whitman's fuel numbers flash on the screen on his stream. They have about 5 laps of fuel left. So we now have 12 laps to go. Tegan Jones still leading. David Wessel in second. And Michael Whitman trying to make the move on Wessel for second. He had help from the 12 of Harris, but I believe Parsons got around him. And everybody from 6th on back is just hoping for another caution. And as they come to the line here, we'll have 10 laps to go as Joshua Harris is the first car on pit road. And Jared Hall right behind him. It's funny that these top guys, I say that the time to start making aggressive moves is with 10 laps to go. Or a little less than that. We're at 10 to go. But they have about 2 laps worth of fuel left, so... yeah, this pit stop that's coming up is going to be absolutely crucial. They call it the money stop for a reason. And these crews definitely have to be on the money. As Jared Haw comes out. And Joshua Harris is way on out there. I believe he took 2 tires on that last stop. So could that help him in getting a win? Though I'm pretty sure because of that, the top 3 or the top 4 will opt with taking 2 tires. And Tegan Jones is in. As is David Wessel, as is Michael Whitman. And Michael Fox and Cameron Morris follow suit. James Iaconelli, he's also in. And we shall see what happens. I believe these guys are going to take 2 tires to sort of react to Joshua Harris's pit call. Yeah, looks like they took 2. As David Wessel beats Tegan Jones off of pit road. So with 8 laps to go, David Wessel now has the lead. And Joshua Harris with the momentum, he's now up to 2nd. So can David Wessel hold on to this lead and get his 2nd win of the year? And now Ryan Parsons is coming off. Or at least this will be the effective lead of the race. But it looks like Ryan Parsons has the lead now. But Wessel has the momentum, though. So I completely forgot about Ryan Parsons. We have 6 laps to go. Yeah, he was one of the last guys to pit. He has the freshest tires. Yeah, but does he have the speed, though? As contact between multiple cars. Tegan Jones way down on the inside wall. So Tegan Jones with the huge implications that could cost him the win. Contact between Harris and Whitman and Jones. 5 laps to go, no more cautions. So Tegan Jones, the most dominant car in the field tonight, just saw his win slip right from his grasp. And now David Wessel takes the lead. And I believe Parsons was just a little too high entering that corner. But now here comes Michael Whitman making a move for the lead. With 4 laps to go. Side by side for the lead in turn 1. New Hampshire delivered on Wednesday night. And now Michigan is showing that it has some magic. Oh, trouble! Wessel and Parsons have wrecked in turn 3. 3 laps to go, so now, all of a sudden, Tegan Jones has gotten himself back up to second. But he may be a little bit too far behind Michael Whitman. Unless Whitman also makes a mistake. So yeah, Parsons and Wessel wrecking in turns 3 and 4. So now it's a 2-horse race between Michael Whitman and Tegan Jones with 2 laps to go now. The gap is a little over a second. It's not over yet, as Michael Whitman could still make a mistake, getting loose off of turn 2. As they're coming to the white flag this time. And the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go at Michigan. Last week at Martinsville, Michael Whitman absolutely dominated the entire race. Tonight, he was in the right place at the right time. As he comes off of turn 4, it will be win number 6 for the 9. Michael Whitman wins at Michigan. So a very wild ending here at Michigan. And I was looking at the results. Wessel and Parsons did get together, but it looks like Wessel was able to still salvage a top 5. So for Michael Whitman, it is his 6th win of the 2024 season, making him the giving him the second most wins out of anybody so far this season, and his second win in a row, as Kevin Hall sets the fastest lap with a 38.5. And so let's go ahead and get your race winner, Michael Whitman, because I'm sure he has some things to say about the race. And there he is, your race winner, Michael Whitman, your 6th win of the year, your 2nd in a row. I would say it was a pretty wild way to get win number 6.
Yeah, that's, I think, an understatement. I just got very fortunate in about every category there I could have. I know I had a car to run up in the front, but I just got mired back, and I tried to make a move on Tegan, then he got loose and got into me, and that kind of put me back to the back of that group, and then I worked my way back through to third and got a good entry. We all took 2 tires, and something happened at Tegan, I think 14 of the 41. Somebody went down into him. It put him down in the little infield, not infield, it's still paved down there, but on the back stretch. And then I made a move on Wessel. He gave me enough room to get under him, which I greatly appreciate. Then I think he was just pushing too hard, trying to get back, and unfortunately made that mistake and took those guys out. Just hate it for those guys. Wessel ran a really good race, so he deserved to be up there. And Ryan and Harris, it's a good track for both of them. So they were knocking on the door of that win, and just unfortunate for all 3 of those guys that they got caught up in that, and we couldn't race it out coming to the line because it was getting pretty dicey there those last few laps. But yeah, wild one for sure.
Yeah, and you were pretty much leading that train with you, Wessel, Harris, and Parsons. So how important was that train to catch up to Tegan at that point where he just pulled away from the rest of the field?
It was everything. I mean, if you're formed up and there's a guy out there by himself, even as otherworldly as Tegan is, and he was the fastest car in the field today, in my opinion, without a doubt. If you get that group lined up and start working pretty good and try to limit the mistakes made in the group, you're going to be in a good spot. And then it just took us to get able to be in his draft. That's all that really we needed. And then once we got in this draft, we were basically there, and we could figure it out amongst ourselves. But that was the key of my race, at least, was getting that group formed up and having a good line and just working together really well to get back to him.
Yeah, so it was a right place at the right time for you. But of course, in 2 weeks, we're going to be at Indianapolis for our final No Bull race of the season and the second to last race of the regular season. And do you feel pretty confident in your chances of winning the regular season title, especially before we head to another draft-dependent track like Indy?
I think Indy's a little different than Michigan in the way that I believe that the quicker cars will be able to get a gap, and I do anticipate that being potentially, Tegan for sure will be at the front of the field. I know JV and Bradley are both pretty strong there, as well as Wessel. So I anticipate that to kind of be the top group, unless somebody comes out and surprises us, which this season you never know what to expect. So that could definitely happen. But I really anticipate that coming down to just having to execute better than Tegan, because he is incredible at that track. So he's going to be a tough guy to beat. And with the regular season championship, I don't know exactly what the gap is now. I know you get 3 more points for winning, and then second place, I think it goes 42-39. So I believe I got second in the stage. I don't know if you remember, but so I think we're tied. I think I can't say for sure though if we are tied or not. But confidence in that is who knows, because you got Brickyard, and that could go either way. I think between him and I, and then Daytona, you never know. So definitely going to be a challenge, but hopefully I'm up for it. He's going to be a tough guy to beat, though.
Yeah, of course, before that, we do have an off week, so it'll be a great opportunity to take some time to rest, relax, and regroup, and it couldn't have come at a better time. But congratulations on your 6th win of the year at Michigan, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at Indy. But before you head out, I actually did have a bit of an oddity with the broadcast, and I feel like I should tell you this because you're an admin.
Sure.
But I apparently lost internet connection during the stream, so I had to set up or choose a different Wi-Fi network, and I was able to join back in to a little bit before the end of the stage, so I was able to cover the rest of the race.
Stream going?
No, it's
okay.
Yeah, I had to restart it. So
okay. Yeah, no, all good. It happens to the best of us. You've had a pretty good 24 race track record, so I won't hold your internet in too bad of a regard for messing you up.
Yeah, and another thing, it happened while I was on my wired connection, so I had to switch to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher right there for sure.
Yeah, well, looks like I'm gonna have to spend Monday trying to figure that out. But yeah, I'll go ahead and let you go. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you at Indy.
I appreciate it. Just before I get out of here, a lot of guys had great runs tonight, and so I know some people might have had the results they wanted with what happened there late, and Wessel probably beating himself up about it a little bit. I think he finished top 5, so you'll talk to him. But just going for the win, those guys they all really want it because, Ryan and Harris still need to win, and Wessel only got one this year. So it was fun. It was very tense. That last little dash when everybody on 2 tires and Ryan actually not on 2 tires, kind of holding us up in front. That was very, very intense racing, and I think I hope it put on a good show for the broadcast. So, yeah. Well, Kylo, thank you for doing this as always. I will see you. I'll be on the track with you next time we're racing at Bristol. So, enjoy your 4th of July.
Yep. Same to you. Yeah, so next up, we'll go ahead and talk to our 2nd place finisher. That is Mr. Tegan Jones, who was involved in that little scrap with a few laps to go coming off of turn 2. He had the most dominant car all night, but then that little incident sent him back to 5th. But when Parsons and Wessel got together, he somehow ended up finishing in 2nd, which is not a bad result for sure, especially considering that he dominated the whole race. But yeah, he obviously wanted that win, and I totally get that. Yeah, and there is your 2nd place finisher, Tegan Jones. A pretty wild end to your night after dominating the whole race. Yeah, take us through that from your perspective, because I know it was a pretty crazy one there at the end there.
It's just fucking bullshit. I mean, we just had fucking yellow after yellow early, which made it a fucking 2-tire stop at the end, and then which my car didn't react good to, especially when we got somebody in the front having to lift because they're trying to save their fucking right side tires because they didn't take none. I'm a little bit fucking pissed off about that. That fucked me. So, and then I got fucked with the little 5-car draft tandem bullshit earlier from, having a good fucking pit entry and a pit stop. So, I can't win here. Not since 2020. It's just everything, little fucking thing fucks me over. I'm used to it. That we will not probably be back on this game next year because the servers won't be here. So that was my last opportunity to win. So I'm fucking over it. I'm probably going to practice by my fucking self from here on out because I'm fucking pissed.
Well, obviously you're really frustrated about the result, but You are still in a battle with Michael Whitman for the regular season points lead. Do you feel good about your chances going into Indy in a couple weeks?
No, I don't. He's got a goddamn horseshoe stuck up his fucking dick, so he'll probably go out there and fucking find a way to win Indy like he did tonight. So literally, the dude was running fucking 4th or 5th and come out of that fucking shit smelling like fucking roses. So it's just his fucking luck.
Yeah, but well, obviously the frustration is setting in for you. But I think I will go ahead and let you get out of here. But a very good second place for you, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at Indy.
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting. I heard you had issues and you got it going again, so thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, so Tegan Jones obviously very frustrated about the way not just the end of the race played out, but the whole race played out. And yeah, obviously, yeah, it's a really tough having to deal with something like that. But let's go ahead and get your third place finisher, Cameron Morris, in here. He was running with Michael Fox in the top 5 when everybody was, or the top 5 was broken away. But with everything that happened on the last lap, or with a couple laps to go, he was able to take advantage of it, and he got himself third. And there is your third place finisher, Cameron Morris. It looked like you had a top 5 running car all day, but well, of course, when the top 5 broke away and had their little get together with a few laps to go, you were able to get yourself a third place finish. Take us through the race.
Yeah, I had a great qualifying effort starting third there. Was going to stay behind Tegan for at least just ride it out to the end of the stage. And then the caution came out for the I believe it was on lap 13, I think, for the stage. So that kind of made it where everybody could make it to the end of the stage on fuels and tires. So there was no strategy there. And just ride it out to the end of the stage. Had a little moment there with Kevlon and myself, whoever got 5th there at the end of the stage. But which we cleared it up that I did get 5th and he got 6th. It changed to 6 on his screen at like the last second after he crossed the line, but it stayed 5th for me. So that was one point that I needed on Kevlon, which he got back with a fast slap, so I guess it didn't matter. But and then after the stage, I just got hung out to dry on most of the restarts, just fell to the back, and then eventually that's when we all got separated with the top 5 breaking away with Tegan, Mike, Ryan, Weasel, and Harris, and then me, JB, and Michael were in our little bubble. And then it was gonna be everyone took 2 tires there at the end except Ryan. I think he took fuel only, so he was gonna try making on no tires, which didn't think it was gonna work because he was right in front of the leaders. So at least the 2 tires he had a little more grip, and it seemed like he didn't have a really drivable car. It seemed like he couldn't get in the corners deep as most of us, and he couldn't get it to turn as good as most of us. But then that wreck happened with 3 to go, I think. It was either 4 to go or 3 to go. But I don't know what happened. I think someone got on the apron. I think it was Weasel. I heard they got on the apron and then just lost it, which is easy to do in Michigan, and especially in 3 and 4, because I've done it a couple times practicing. And it wiped basically that whole pack out, where it was just Mike and Tegan and by themselves, and then me and Michael had a really great battle there for third at the end. And I think how I beat Michael, I think it was probably the cleanest way possible that you could win somebody off the track. Like we made very little contact whatsoever. I just basically ran him up the track as cleanly as possible, like the best way you could do it. And I got by Michael there for third. Wish that Mike and Tegan got caught up in that, so I would have gotten the win. But yeah, that wreck really scared me because I thought I was going to get caught up in it with line up top. We was on the bottom, and Harris was unfortunately not going to make it on fuel, so he had a pit there as well. So first podium of the year, third place finish. That's an awesome result. I wanted a top 5 in Michigan, and I got it due to crazy circumstances. So I'll take it. Gained somewhat points on Kevin, but at this point it really doesn't matter. I need a win at this point for Indy and Daytona. So looking forward to Indy, see how that goes.
Now, of course, we do have Indy and Daytona left on the schedule, but which of those 2 tracks, which do you feel like you have the best chance to lock yourself into the playoffs?
Well, there are going to be a bunch of war criminals because I'm going to vote Daytona. Because Indy's Tegan's track, one of his many tracks that he's good at. So it's going to be very hard to beat Tegan there and Indy. And then Daytona is just anyone's game, really. You got to be in the right spot at the right time. And me on play tracks lately, I've gotten better lately on play tracks overall, which is a good thing. So before the season, I just had awful luck no matter what. Whether I sped on pit road because it was my fault, I got caught up in the wreck and lost the draft, and it was a one-car incident. I just had zero luck whatsoever. But the last couple midweek races and the last Cup race at Talladega and Daytona, respectively, I've gotten better at not speeding and being in the best place at the right time. Unfortunately, I have not come on the better end of that deal, but I got some teammates that, well, maybe not lying, but maybe I got some other teammates that might be willing to help me at Daytona, possibly.
Well, it should be interesting to see what you do from there, but congratulations on I would say pretty lucky third place finish for you, and I guess we'll see you in a couple weeks at Indy.
Yeah, it was a very lucky third place finish. I would not finish third if they didn't wreck. I would finish maybe 6th or 7th. So one more top 5 on the board was nice for me. Thank you for broadcasting, by the way.
Well, of course.
Have a good week and a good 4th of July.
Yeah, same to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and get Michael Fox in here. He, of course, was also part of that battle with Cameron Morris there at the end, which he was able to take advantage of a few guys in the top 5 getting into each other and spinning out and wrecking. And he got himself 4th. And there he is, Michael Fox, with a 4th place finish. I was just talking to Cameron Morris about how, like, you two were battling, like, way in the back, but then when the top 5 all wrecked each other pretty much, you were able to take advantage of that and get yourself a top 5. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way of what S'more said. I mean, with what was going on up there, I heard someone that they took no tires, just fuel only. I was just like, I would be surprised if someone makes it up there on no tires. I would be surprised because I just didn't see that working. And I think it was Ryan.
Yeah, it was Ryan Parsons.
It was only Ryan, and with him holding up everyone up there, it caused a wreck in front of us, in front of me and S'mores, and there was a car up by the wall. There was one at the bottom of the track. It was kind of scary because we both was side by side, and I was a bit afraid of getting into. I think it was Wessel that was at the bottom, but it was a pretty good battle between me and S'mores. You know, battling for third place for the podium finish. It was a pretty lucky finish that me and S'mores got 3rd and 4th out of that. I mean, for that end of the end of the run after that last caution, we was just riding in back. we was just riding in the back and just hoping that we could at least do something to catch up to them, but we was not able to do that. We was falling way behind. I managed to the thing I managed to do was actually lead a lap out of that, go in an extra lap. Wasn't really ideal for me. It was not really an ideal thing to do. It didn't really work out for me, but I led a lap. That's the only thing I'm good, feeling good for. And then, yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't say anything. I was waiting for you.
Oh. But I guess my next race that I'm gonna be doing is like focusing on for that Indy race, which I do know that is a noble race for some of us. Me, S'mores, Mike, Tegan, and Wessel, and I think we all finished like top 5, all 5 of us, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm sure I'll get the official results from our last noble race, which I believe was the 600. So
it was, and
so
the next noble is Indy. I ain't really expecting to win or do good at that track, but I'm gonna do my best for that race. And then when it comes to Daytona, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much just gonna be a rad race for me, and probably push anyone, work with anyone for that race. I mean, the only thing good for me is that I'm locked in and I can like help anyone to win at that race or finish in a good position.
Yeah, but we shall see what goes on with you at Indy in a couple weeks. But yeah, congratulations on a very good and obviously very lucky 4th place finish. And enjoy your off week, and we'll see you in Indy.
And I gotta practice for Indy because I'm not good at that third turn. But see you at Indy. All right.
All right, so we'll have one more interview, and then we will go ahead and call it stream. And that is 5th place finisher David Wessel. He, of course, was at the center of a lot of that beating and banging with 4 laps to go. So it should be interesting to see what he has to say about the matter. And there is David Wessel with a 5th place finish. Now, obviously, the last 4 laps were very wild, to say the least. But yeah, do you think you can take us through those last 4 laps and tell us exactly like what happened there?
I think we'll have to go back to the last probably 7 laps there after that last pit stop that we all took. I came out and I had a pretty decent gap back to second. So I think out of the top 5, the ones on right sides was just me, Tegan, and Mike. And I think I had a pretty good pit road entrance. I was able to get next to Tegan and not speed, and I had a good pit stop, and I was able to get out in front of him. And Harris didn't take right, so he came out in between me and them, so that was like a pretty decent buffer. And then Ryan didn't take any tires, and he comes out right in front of me. So instead of getting a chance to pull away, I'm getting held up by a boat because Ryan was slow. And just so everybody caught back up to me. And then Mike, he made a good move out of 4 to get down below me, and I was trying not to run him down to the grass, but I wasn't trying to mess him up, so I let him take the inside, and then I was trying to race back to him, and I just drove it in too deep because just trying to compensate for lost time.
Yeah, so obviously when Tegan, your teammate and team owner, was in here, he was obviously very frustrated about the result, especially like what happened to him with a few laps to go in the race. Was there what was the cause of all that? Because I believe you were in that mix as well.
The cause of that was Ryan. So he was in front of the field. I had fresh tires, well, at least right side tires, and he was just checking us up really, really bad, and it caused Tegan where he had to check up, and he got underneath me, and then got really, really loose, and had to chase it up to the wall and lost all that time. But no, yeah, Ryan, I don't know why he thought he was going to be able to make it with all those extra laps, but I don't know. It was not going to work.
Well, apparently I got my numbers mixed up. It was the 14, not the 41. But, yeah, we got Indy in a couple weeks. Our last noble race of the year. Obviously, Stuart Haas and obviously clearly Tegan, very strong, over at Indy. Do you have, any plans to catch up to him or at least beat him there?
I don't think there's anybody beating Tegan at Indy. He's got that track pretty locked down. But hopefully I can have a good result. I think I was a top 3 car this race, and just didn't really get the result to show for it.
Yeah, but it was still a very good result with the top 5. But congratulations on your 5th place finish, and enjoy your off week, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at Indy.
Thank you.
All right, I think I will go ahead and call stream tonight. But yeah, it was a very interesting finish there at the end. But Tegan Jones dominated pretty much the entire race. But it's those last 7 laps after that last pit stop where everything changed. With, people taking 2 tires, taking no tires, and causing guys to get loose, and even guys, wrecking because of that. But in the end, Michael Whitman was at the right place at the right time, and he was able to get himself his 6th win of the 2024 season and his 2nd in a row. And he's sitting pretty toward the top of the regular season point standings, as we have 2 races left now. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Of course, this upcoming Wednesday and next Sunday will be off weeks for both the midweek and Cup Series in observance of the 4th of July holiday. So hopefully everyone has a happy and safe Independence Day. And it'll definitely give our drivers some time to rest, relax a little bit. And so, so that way they can get ready for Indy and Daytona, the last 2 regular season races. And it should be really fun. And I know we had a little bit of a technical issue or an internet issue on my end when it came to the stream. So if you see 2 different live videos that have the same title, which is 2024 CFRL Cup Series at Michigan, then that's probably why. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, this is Ryan Harp or Darth Kylo signing out. Have a good night, everyone, and enjoy your holiday.